Jessica Jones Season 2 is now streaming on Netflix. I just binged the whole season and I'm here to review it. As always, my reviews of the Netflix Marvel shows will have spoilers. You are warned. And in this season, Jessica Jones, after Trish's insistence, goes back to research on the 20 days that are missing from the reports of the facility in which Jessica got her powers. This leads her down a path to discover some dark secrets about her past, some that she didn't even know she had. And the first season of Jessica Jones was already pretty dark and very heavy emotionally and dramatic wise, and this season continues that tone, and Krysten Ritter as Jessica Jones is fucking brilliant. She's even better in this season than she was before, because before Jessica was dealing with something very recent, something that she was still haunted by, and then at the end of the season she kills Kilgrave and now she's haunted by that, the fact that she killed someone, and she deals with that throughout the season. So we see how much more broken she is now, because throughout the season she does so many things that she did before. She's still an angry person. She still pushes people to a wall and pretends she's going to punch them, but now she barely hangs on to the fact that she won't punch them. And you see how broken she is, and it's the nuances that Ritter brings to her acting in this season that just show how brilliant she is of an actress. And with such a rocky relationship happening at the moment with her and Trish, we find out that her mother turns out to be alive. And this brings Jessica to such a level. I thought this storyline would ruin the show, but it brought her to an even greater level of dramatic weight. Because what Jessica sees in her mother is the uncontrollable, savage side of herself. The side that led her to kill Kilgrave, something that is haunting her throughout the season. And she doesn't know how to cope with that. The fact that her mother is still alive, so she should be happy. But now her mother is a deranged killer. So now she has to bring her mother to justice, which she does, but it still leaves that hanging inside her. What is the right thing to do? And what is the thing to do that will make me happy, that will make me cope, that will make me be a better person, and just deal with the fact that she has a chance at a family, at the family that she thought she had lost once. And before we delve even more into that and towards the finale of the season, I have to say that one of the best things about this second season of Jessica Jones, unlike so many other Marvel Netflix shows up until this point, particularly The Defenders, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, Jessica Jones' supporting characters all have a storyline. Trish has an interesting storyline going on, with her being an addict to that drug that gave Simpson his powers in the previous season, and she's falling back into drugs because of that. And now Malcolm as well. He is so strong right now at this moment after being away from drugs for so long, but he is falling back into it. And he's a great PI right now. He wants to investigate. He has self-initiative. He goes for things. He confronts Jessica about stuff, and that is such a great progression for that character. Also, Hogarth is so well utilized in this season. She is the devil. We'll talk about the finale specifically, but she is the devil and she has ALS, and she finds solace in this one woman who is a nurse and tries to help her after opening up to her, because the show expertly tells us that every character in here is human, and it is a human drama over anything else. And I felt compelled throughout the season for every single one of these characters, and I was extremely and happily surprised at that. And of course, I am rocking the t-shirt, so I am going to talk about him. Episodes 10 and 11 particularly are some of the most heartbreaking episodes throughout the season, and this whole season I would describe as heartbreaking, as it punches Jessica down to the floor and digs a hole and keeps on punching her, because Jessica, when she kills that cop who was torturing her mother in prison and Kilgrave manifests in her mind, I felt icky, I felt dirty, I felt violated, and I'm not even a woman and I have never been through what Jessica has been through, but just that visual of him showing up in the shower and Krysten Ritter is there naked, as vulnerable as one can be, absolutely broken and devastated at the crime and sin she committed, and then he shows up and says, "I'm proud of you." That visual wow. And those moments in that episode are especially powerful because of such a vile creature that Kilgrave is, and David Tennant relishes every second that he has on screen. And yes, it's just a one episode, but I think it's powerful because of that. With just 1 hour that we spend with Kilgrave in this season, it's already so torturous, and throughout the season we have moments like that with and without Kilgrave, but we see how broken Jessica is, we see how beaten down she is emotionally through her broken relationships, through the betrayals she has throughout the season. But to me, that shows how this character is strong, why she is such a powerful role model, because throughout the entire first season, and now what happens to her in this season, Jessica still pulls through. Jessica still doesn't give up. I even like her relationship with Oscar and his son. Even that plotline came to fruition to give us something compelling. But the real nail on the coffin and what changes this season from the season before, moving on, is the fact that Trish is the one who actually pulls the trigger, killing Jessica's mother. There's no coming back from that. We even see their backstory, and we understand it even more because of their backstory. They've already gone through so much, but this one thing, killing the only family Jessica had, they are broken, they cannot be mended, and now that Trish supposedly has powers after the experiment, after going through the drugs, after almost dying, this is going to be a great superhero confrontation if they keep on building the character development we had in the first season and now in the second season. I absolutely love Trish in this season. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love this character and her progression in this season. It was spectacular. It was something that I never thought I'd be interested in. It was something that I was so happy to see made throughout this show. And speaking of not coming back, Malcolm makes a deal with the devil herself, Jerry Hogarth, now working with a Chang guy that didn't really pan out this season, but it builds towards the next season. And we still see that Hogarth, despite being human, despite being flawed, despite having weaknesses, she is still looking out for numero uno. After everything, I knew she was going to screw Inez and that other guy, and she did, and I loved her for that. But this woman is the devil. I did love Foggy's cameo in this season though. And Jessica's mother, I forget the name of the actress and I apologize, but she was great. She was phenomenal. She reminded me a lot of Killmonger because you understand where the character is coming from, both on her ideologies about women not being shackled and not being controlled, but also in the relationship she wants to create with her daughter. But then there's this thing inside her that doesn't allow her to be sane, doesn't allow her to have that normal life and normal relationships. And throughout the season she keeps on doing things that Jessica knows they're wrong and Jessica wants to stop her, but it's still her mother. Again, overall it's a human drama. It's a human drama that shows psychological complexity in the characters and how they go about their lives. How broken one must get to understand how strong one can be. And also expertly shows that while we can beat our demons, they never really go away. Why? Because we are our own biggest demon. We are our own biggest enemy. We create our own self-destruction. This season of Jessica Jones portrays that beautifully, and it still has that noir feel. It is a human drama above a superhero show, which I love. And the one thing I didn't care about and was completely useless here was the Chang consultation thing. Didn't really care for it, never went anywhere, but honestly I even forgot that it even bothered me by the end of the season. Jessica Jones season 2 is just as good as the first season, and that is why, despite that one minor gripe with it, I am still going to give Jessica Jones season 2 the stuff that dreams are made of. What did you think of Jessica Jones Season 2, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Do you like it as much as the first season? Was the Kilgrave episode your favorite? Let me know in the comments below and let me know, how do you rank the Netflix shows right now? Because to me, Jessica Jones is bar none the best, with Season 1 and Season 2 both being excellent. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Let me know all your thoughts in this season of Jessica Jones. What are you anticipating most for the next series to come in the Netflix Marvel Universe this year? I still have a review this weekend for Age of Ultron, and on Monday I will finally upload my review for Star Wars Rebels. I apologize for the delay, but I can't to see you on those, and so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so you can be geeky united!